Let's choose our June TBR. Hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing amazing. So it is that time. It is a new month, which means we have a new monthly TBR. This time it's going to be for June. As usual, I'm going to use my trusty prompt jar, and as you can see, it is properly filled up. I follow this amazing content creator, JessKinoReads, and I will pop her link in the description box below. But she also has an Etsy store, and she has basically loads of prompts. I think 72 prompts that you can buy from her Etsy store. So of course I wanted to support her. I did buy these, and now I have an absolutely filled up cup full of prompts. I did start making my own prompts before I knew she had a shop, and I've also added them into the jar too. Some are duplicates, they are pretty much the same, but I thought it'd just be fun to just have more in the jar. So as usual, I'm going to pick 5 prompts out, and that is going to determine the 5 books that are going to be on my monthly TBR. So without further ado, let's crack on. At the moment, because they're so jam-packed, I kind of just have to take one from the top because I can't dig at all. But I will confirm I did shuffle them around. I don't know what order they are in the jug and whatnot. So what's that? A book with pink on the cover. Okay. Instantly, I'm thinking a romance, maybe a cowboy romance. What is last in my Gold Rush Ranch series? I think it is pink, or is it purple? Pinky purple. Let's find out. So my next book in the Gold Rush Ranch series and final book is A False Start. Is that a bit of a cop-out because this is purple? I don't know, I really want to complete this series. Although there is pink here, what does the prompt actually say? A book with pink on the cover. Technically, this is on the cover. Pink is on the cover. I do think I'm going to go this because I would love to just kind of tick off this series. I have heard this is really bad. I've heard this is a really bad book, and I do think I'm going to hate it. But there's only one way to find out, and that is by having it on our June TBR. So first prompt, pink on the cover, A False Start by Elsie Silver. Prompt number 2, like as you can see, I can literally hold it like that. They are jam stuck in there. So I'm gonna go for one on the side. Set in the UK, set in the USA. Okay, I feel like a lot of books are set in the USA. What can we have? Do you know what I'm feeling? And maybe this is spurred on from the last video I posted, which was the I need you to convince me to read these books. I feel like I'm in the mood for a Frida. Is Frida set in the USA? So these are the 3 books that I have. I've heard Never Lie is the best one. So I'm like, do I wait until I've read the other 2 so I've got something to look forward to? Or should I just read Never Lie first? Although I'm saying this, I don't know where these are set. I think I'm just gonna do a quick Google. Okay, so Never Lie is set in upstate New York because of a snowstorm. So I could go with Never Lie. I did check the locked door and it just said a basement, which basement could be here, could be there, could be anywhere, could be Timbuktu. So I'm not actually gonna go with the locked door. Then the inmate just says a maximum security prison, which again, could be anywhere. So I think on that basis, we are gonna go with Never Lie by Frida McFadden. I have to admit, I have quite high hopes for this. I have quite high expectations. Everyone says that this is Frida's best work, or one of Frida's best work. So I really have high expectations. If I don't like this book, I think it's safe to say I will not be purchasing another Frida McFadden book. Book number 2 on our June TBR. Prompt number 3, let's go somewhere in the middle. This is a big one. I think this is one that I made because this is really big and fat. A book that has been on your monthly TBR before. I feel like we could have quite a few, but now I can't remember what I've not read. I did have Fairy Tale by Stephen King. I didn't read that one. Do I fancy... I think I know what I want to choose. Okay, so I'm pretty excited about this one. And I know for a fact, I will be reading this in June because I'm doing it as a buddy read. And that is Spark of the Everflame by Pen Cole. So I know for a fact I will be reading this in June and I'm so excited. I've heard incredible things about this book. Actually, this series, I've heard incredible things about this series, and actually I feel like I am in my kind of fantasy romantasy era. I'm currently reading The Rose Bargain, which was on my May TBR. Spoiler, I'm absolutely hooked. I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much. So third pick is going to be Spark of the Everflame. I think as well with this prompt, I'm actually going to put this back into the jar because I think this is always a good one to have, and also just make me accountable to read the books that I've not read on my previous TBRs. I genuinely can't go deep in this cup. Look at this. I'm just going to take one from the side. What have we got? There we go. I can read it through the paper. A classic. Okay, I'm actually quite excited about this one and I don't know which one to choose. So let me bring out the ones that I think would be a good choice. So immediately I'm thinking The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald or Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Also, I love this cover. I love this. I can't believe this was €10 in Ireland. Ireland has such expensive books. Like, this was such a bargain for me. Oh, look at the size difference too. This is tiny. I also have 1984 by George Orwell. I really want to get round to that. And I have The Picture of Dorian Gray, which has been on my TBR before, my monthly TBR, and I didn't get round to it. Obviously, The Great Gatsby is the shortest. But then I feel like I've got more time this month. You know, my holiday's out the way. It's the summer, so I just want to sit and read. But obviously I did just come back from my Orlando holiday. I did go to Epic Universe in Universal, and obviously Frankenstein is in one of the rides in Dark Universe Land. So I feel like it might be fitting to read Frankenstein. I think I'm gonna go with Frankenstein. Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna put Frankenstein by Mary Shelley as number 4 on our monthly TBR. And then finally, pick number 5. Let's go in the middle. Oh, I've got two. Do I maybe have 6 prompts for this month? I mean, I don't know why I'm saying 6 prompts because I know I'm not even more than likely get through my 5. Let's see what we get. A book with people on the cover. Okay, well that's doable. What one's this one? I feel really cheeky. Am I just gonna choose between, oh, a book with red on the cover. I wonder if we can get both, a book with both. Let's see. So this is a good shout. Julia Armfield, Private Rights. Don't know if I'm feeling this one. But then I'm not too sure what this is about. So maybe I'm being a bit judgmental because I don't love the cover, which I know we all do, but this could be like a 5-star read. This fits the prompt, which is Dear Martin by Nick Stone. I've been after reading this for such a long time. I feel like this is starting a series though, and I'm not sure I want to start another series. I'm too deep in my series. We could also have In Memoriam by Alice Wynne. Again, I've been after reading this for the longest time. There's actually so many. Maybe I should pick 2. I might pick 2. I might go red on the cover and also people on the cover. I might just be naughty over 6. I mean, the reality is I'm not going to get through 6 books this month. I mean, maybe, who knows? I also have an e-arc to get through. I think the deadline's like end of June. So that's technically 7 books. A girl can dream. I think we're going to choose these 2. I know, this is so rogue. You know, sometimes where you film your monthly TBR and you feel like you know the books that you want to pick and you want to read ASAP, but then you get to the prompts and it's just nothing what you thought your monthly TBR would look like. This is this month. So I think we're going to go with red on the cover is going to be for In Memoriam by Alice Wynne. Oh, okay, actually, we're going to switch that around because technically a book with people on the cover, this is a person. So a book with people on the cover, we're going to go for In Memoriam by Alice Wynne. And then a book with red on the cover, we're going to go with Julia Armfield and Private Rights. And actually, I'm really excited to read this one. I think I will try and prioritize this because this came in a subscription box that I was gifted by my sister for 3 months. I think it was the Happily Ever After subscription. I've not read a book from that subscription, and that was last year for my 30th birthday. I'm so sorry. I feel like I've just got too many books, you know, and not enough time. So it would be good to know if I love this, and if I read another book from that subscription, if I love that book too, could be another subscription to sign up for. Oh, saying another subscription, I did get the email while I was on holiday that I am now off the waiting list for Fairy Loot Adult and Romantasy, and if I want to join. Yeah, I joined up while I was on holiday. So another subscription service. And then, I don't know if I told you, but I also signed up to Wordy and Wild. I have 2 subscription services going on at the moment, but I like Wordy and Wild just because I feel like they give bookish merch as opposed to a special edition book. I do think I prefer bookish merch to special edition books. I know I've just said I've signed up to Fairy Loot. I know, but Fairy Loot books are absolutely stunning. But the merch you get with Wordy and Wild, I think is absolutely incredible. Anyway, let's do a recap of all the books that are going to be on my June TBR. The first pick was A False Start by Elsie Silver. Then we have Never Lie by Frida McFadden. Then we've got Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. Then we've got Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I really hope this lives up to my expectations. I have very high hopes. For our 5th book, we've got In Memoriam by Alice Wynne. And then we've got Private Rights by Julia Armfield. And that's it, we've got 6 books. Unexpected 6 books on our TBR for June. Will I get through them? My odds are no, but who knows, miracles can happen. And also I just want to say I'm absolutely loving those prompt cards by Jess. Like, I am not the most creative. I kind of need to be told like prompts and whatnot because I don't really think outside the box. So they have helped me massively. And the fact I must have about 100 prompts in there at the moment. But on that note, I'm going to leave this one here. If you did find yourself enjoying this video, it would mean so much to me if you could like, comment, and even subscribe if you fancy. I would love to speak to you about all these books. I would love to know if you've read these books. What one should I prioritize? Like, we've definitely got mixed bags here. We have got thriller, we've got romance, we've got lit fic, we've even got a classic on the table. So it's definitely a mixed bag here, and I would just love to speak to you about any of these books. I hope you have a fabulous month of reading in June, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.